The epic and unbeatable at Scrabble. The Nerds with Attitude!
They'll never shine bright as me. I'm the light every night in your world. 'Cause I'm ultra luminary. Welcome to Luminary. So spectacularly. Super singularly. 'Cause I'm so very, very.
Another rousing round of the N.W.A. Nerds with Attitude 2-cent talk or 2-cent review or discussion. We're gonna be talking. We're gonna put our 2 cents in this. You should already know what we are about. We do nerdy discussions on just about anything nerdy in the pop culture zeitgeist. We primarily only do animation, all things animation, or video games, but every blue moon we'll do something else. Talk about some other nerdy type thing, like our PlayStation 5 talks. Get that. If you like what we do here, drop this video a like, and hit that subscribe button. With all the YouTube nonsense out the way, let me introduce you to the crew, the squad, the boys. First up, we have newly engaged Flores Bloom, Noah.
You gonna keep saying that every time?
At least until you're married. Man.
All right.
And then to be newly married.
Yeah. All right. It makes sense. I'm okay with that.
And we have our very talented artist supreme, Old Hunter Rage, Isaac.
What up, everybody? Thank you for saying I'm very talented. I appreciate that.
And we have our aspiring animator, Sith Lord himself, Animus Prime, JR.
What is up? The moon.
No.
and you should know my voice. I am Shin Hero, also known as Walt. And today's topic, as you can tell by the title, we will be talking about Netflix's 2020 animated movie, Over the Moon. It is actually right at the time of recording this little talk of ours. At the time, this is like number 3 for most streamed in the US on Netflix right now. The last time at least I looked, I literally just watched the movie too. It said it was number 3 at the time. Now I was like, wow, that was crazy.
Really? It was number 1 when it first dropped.
Yeah. It's number 3 right now. This is Asian film. I think it's mostly Chinese.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
It is, I'm probably gonna butcher the director's name. Glen
Keane.
Okay, cool. Thank you, sir. And the animating studio. Like at first when I first saw the trailer and all that junk, I thought it was like Pixar, another Pixar movie, and it kind of feels like a we'll get deeper into that, but it kind of feels like a Pixar Disney knockoff almost, but it's a wholesome movie. We'll get into that in a minute. But it was animated by Pearl Studios and Netflix Animation themselves. And it has, I think the whole cast is Chinese, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't look that up.
I do know
not entirely Chinese, but Asian. Yeah, Asian.
I do know Asian. the moon goddess, whose name I'm not even gonna try to pronounce. I'm just gonna keep calling her Moon Goddess. I know she is actually a Broadway singer, and she was in Hamilton. I do know that. Yeah, I do.
She was? Which one?
Which one?
The play. the Broadway play.
I know, but which?
No, I mean, which one?
Girl.
Who did she
Yeah.
play as?
Calm down, JR.
I can't remember the character's name. I just know her name is familiar. The because when I looked it up, let me quickly. She's Elizabeth Hamilton.
Eliza?
Eliza? Yeah, sure, whatever.
Oh my god.
I thought
hear
you
it
said
now.
Elizabeth.
Damn. Eliza.
Sure, yeah, whatever. I don't care. That's who she played.
Eliza.
That is who she played. But I do know Pearl Studios did work on Abominable. That one
Oh,
film.
the movie nobody seen. Yeah, yeah.
I saw it.
But her name is like Phillipa Soo, and then King Jeong is in here. He's the green thing. I wanna say he's like a newt, but I don't know because
He's a dog.
He's a dog.
Glowing dog. Yeah. He has a
Yeah.
snout. He has a snout.
Okay, whatever. And then you have the main character, Cathy Ang. That's who played her. And then John Cho, he's the dad. Then you have Ruthie Ann Miles, Margaret Cho, and Sandra Oh is in this too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
This film was it was shown at the Montclair Film Festival on October 17th, 2000. And it was supposed to be released in select theaters. I know it got released in Canada on the 23rd, but I don't know if like anywhere in the US got the movie or anything like that, mainly because of what's going on right now. But yeah, all right. So, Over the Moon, we'll give you a quick rundown. Over the Moon is about this girl named Fei, and she is told about this legend of the moon goddess, and from her mother, the moon goddess who took this potion of immortality, and she basically floated up to the moon without her lover, the archer. This is actually based off of a Chinese folk tale, or would you have it, but it is based off that. And Faye basically becomes Genius Kid and basically builds a rocket to the moon, and she meets the moon goddess and venture Soo.
Fly to the moon.
Let's get initial thoughts for this movie. We'll start with Isaac. Let's get your initial thoughts of the movie.
I enjoyed it by the end. The whole, it's a musical for people who don't know. I'm warning you now because I wasn't warned and it took me by surprise and almost killed myself. But
Not that bad.
it's not that bad, but it's easier to handle if I know about it beforehand, because I don't really like musicals all that much. But despite it being a musical, I thought it was pretty great. It even had me crying by the end, so that's usually a good sign.
Noah?
I'm not gonna lie. The first part of this movie had me almost asleep.
Before the moon stuff?
Yeah, before the moon. Not even before the moon stuff. Maybe when she started building the rocket or started getting inspired, that's when I woke up, I think. But at the beginning, I was like, holy hell. Maybe, I don't know. I woke up to watch it. Maybe that's why, but I just had to wake up. But I didn't know it was a musical either. I didn't watch no trailers. I just know it was coming out. I didn't watch nothing. And then they started singing. I was like, holy crap. Let's do this. I don't dislike musicals at all. I just wasn't prepared. I was caught off guard. But I enjoyed it though in the end.
JR.
I really like this movie. Like I like the animation, the how colorful it is, very imaginative, and like these guys, I didn't know it was a musical either. Like I think I only saw one trailer, and that was the one that that's in Netflix. Like when you look at the what's coming soon. Yeah, I only saw that trailer, and they show like at least I think that it only showed like at least one song, and it was when the Moon Goddess was doing like that pop idol homage thing, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I was like, okay, I'll give this a watch. This looks interesting. And then the musical stuff started happening. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, I was not prepared for that. And then I saw who directed it. It was Glen Keane, and he worked on Disney stuff, and some of the stuff he worked on were from musicals too. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Out of you guys, I knew it was a musical because I saw the trailer. I watched the trailer when Noah had said something about it in the chat. I was like, what the hell is this? And I watched the trailer and I was like, oh great, this is a musical. Oh man, I hate Disney musicals. And I'm not gonna lie, that first part of the movie, like, yeah, sure, it tugs in her heartstrings and all that jazz when her mom is dying, which I have my qualms about that, and later down the road we get to that. But like throughout the movie, I mean, it is a very colorful, unique movie for a Netflix movie anyway, and it has like a nostalgic feel to it. Like it has this blend of like a Disney, Pixar, and like Studio Ghibli movie all mashed into one. At least, I mean, that in general, that's my opinion. But like overall, I mean, like it was interesting and predictable at the same time, but the animation was pretty pretty. It was pretty. The colors were popping. It like when you first see the Moon Palace, that was pretty cool. Other than that, I mean, once I got through the musical thing, I was just like, but me not being a musical guy, I like the music that was played in here, and some of the songs were pretty catchy. Mainly any time that was dealing with the Moon Goddess, because her songs were off the chain.
I agree with you. Yep. If it wasn't her doing the songs, I was like, whatever.
Her songs are off the chain. But other than that, I mean, I like. At the end of the day, I feel like this is a pretty good kids movie that adults could enjoy, because it does deal with like loss. Basically, that's like one of the biggest themes of the movie. It deals with loss, because the little girl, she lost her mom basically, and 4 years has passed and it still hurt her, and she's not moving on. And then her dad basically moved on and found a new chick and all that jazz. We can get into that now. We get into the plot of the movie. How do y'all feel about the plot of the movie? I think this is a run-of-the-mill animated plot.
A little.
Yeah.
Sorry. A little bit. Like, I thought there was going to be something more to it. Like, when they discussed why she had 2 immortality pills or potions or whatever the fuck it was, and she didn't give one to her lover, Hawaii, whatever his name is, the archer. And I was like, huh. That's sketchy. But they never really explain why that actually happened.
Well, they kind of explain it during the dinner. The first dinner anyway. During the dinner, the aunt were talking, and one of them was saying like there were bandits, and they were coming for the little immortality thing, and the archer wasn't there to protect her. So instead of letting the bandits steal it, she ate both of them. That's the reason.
Is that what they said?
Yeah,
I know that's what they said, but I felt like there was something more to it. They made it sound like there was something more to it.
Oh, yeah, okay, I got you.
I just thought it wasn't really confirmed. I thought it was just a myth if she did that, or.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not like it wasn't confirmed
And even
in the movie itself, but yeah, that's what the aunt had.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. I just felt like there should have been like a flashback or something, or maybe an explanation from Chang-hye herself
to redeem her character.
Yeah, because she was acting like very, very bitchy throughout the beginning, like when she first showed up. Like she was a total diva, and she was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, something must have happened. She must have been like the evil. Something made her evil or something.
However,
maybe the whole legend isn't all that true."
I will get into that in a second. However, the actual story, the Chinese tale about it, what the aunt said was kind of true, because like the whole point of the whole thing, the whole story of the moon goddess, of her, the archer, there was like 10 sons or something like that, and the archer himself, he shot down like 9 of them, and because the 10 sons was like really hot and it was scorching the earth and all that, and it was pretty hard. It had caused like hardship and stuff for the people. So the archer, Yang, he shot down 9 of the sons and only left 1. And then that son gave him this elixir of immortality as a reward. Because of that, he gave, and but he didn't want to, like, take it, and he gave it to his beloved, which is the moon goddess. He gave it to her, and she didn't want to take it without Buddy either. But while the archer wasn't home, like the aunt had said, there was some kind of like apprentice or something like that. It's in some Chinese. I'm just going off of memory. I can't remember like 100%, but there was a guy who broke into the house and tried to steal the elixir for himself, and the moon goddess refused, and she did drink it, and that's what really happened. And she flew up to and the thing made her like fly up towards the heavens and everything, becoming the moon resident and everything like that. And she basically left her husband. That's how the original tale goes. That's how it really happened. But in the movie they don't necessarily say it.
Okay, that makes a little more sense. But and I'm just saying, as somebody who's never heard of the tale, or I kind of did know about like a rabbit in the moon making like moon mush and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, and I just feel like there should have been a little bit more explanation for those who don't know the legend, because it's based off because isn't this movie like shown all over? Like it might be known for like Chinese audiences, but it's not really known to like American audiences. So there would be some confusion as to what actually happened, or they would feel like something's missing. Like they're like, okay, but what was all that? stuff about the immortality thing or whatever. But now that you explain it, it makes sense.
Yeah, and that's why the cake thing is also important too, because the archer he finds out about the cakes. Well, not the cakes, but he finds out what happened to his beloved, basically, and he basically makes fruits and cakes to basically give to the moon, who's the moon goddess, as sacrifices and stuff, and that's the whole point of the moon cakes and all that junk. That's why those her, like, I guess, residents of the palace and all that junk are moon cake. That's why the moon cakes are. Not only do they symbolize old girl's daughter, not daughter but mom, but they also are important into the legend. I'm real deep into Asian culture in general. I just like Asian culture in general. That's the only reason why I even remotely knew what the story was based off of and all that jazz. But I do agree with you.
One of us knew.
I do agree with you, where, like, because when they first introduce her, it does seem like she's hiding something, like she's the villain, like she should be the villain of this. Especially when when she plays ping pong against her little brother.
Yeah.
Right.
It made it seem like she was the villain, but at the same time, she wasn't really pushed as a villain. She just was
very impatient.
Yeah. And she has like so many faces throughout this, and I'm just like, I feel like if they just would have made her a villain that turned good throughout the movie, that probably would have played off a little bit better. But at the same time, I understand what the moon goddess was going through. Like, she basically, for lack of a better word, she was struggling with depression and loss. That's what she was struggling with. Something very similar to the main character, what she was doing, what she was struggling with. Fei Fei.
Yeah.
Noah, did you say anything about the initial thoughts of the on the plot? How you feel like you just think it's rudimentary and all that jazz, or?
I thought it was pretty generic. I ain't gonna lie. It was that something happened to one of the kids' parents, then they go on that magical journey type thing.
Now this is the thing I was going to bring up. Why can't we have both parents? There is very rare that in any animated movie like this, like similar to this, we have both parents.
Cause man, that's an easy thing. That's a good reason for a kid to go on a magical journey.
It was
kind of signifies. I think it signifies personal growth. Like it shows like it shows early on to kids that sometimes shit happens and you have to find a way to deal with it
by going on a magical journey.
I
really thought she really didn't go on the journey. I thought it
was gonna be a dream.
Part of me thought that too, but then that wouldn't make sense at some parts.
Because they really expected me to believe a 12-year-old girl built a rocket powered by magnets to shoot to the moon. How did she not see her brother sneak in the rocket?
She didn't have the money for it. She was like, "Hey, Dad, can I buy this stuff?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." And she bought a shit stuff.
Yeah.
I would have whooped my daughter.
She bankrupt that mooncake shop. Buying all that shit.
Yeah,
she made like. Did she make like her own magnetic rail?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, there was a miniature like rail right next to the actual rail, and I'm like, where did that rail come? It's like a smaller model of that. Did she make that? Or was that always there to begin with? Then
She's a
she put all
genius.
these magnets on.
She's basically a genius, dog.
Yeah, that whole
Like,
part, I was questioning the whole validity of that scene.
I was with Noah when I went into this movie because I read the synopsis of her. You know, it was like she builds a rocket ship and goes to the moon. I was like, yeah, it's a dream, or you know, it's a metaphor for something. And then she built the thing. I was like, there's no way this girl is about to actually go to the moon with her dinky little astronaut helmet. That's definitely not gonna stop.
Everybody is dead. Everybody
would
dead.
die.
When they crashed on the moon, before those lions came up, they were out there with no protection for a good few seconds. They
were
should be
dead.
like, they were instantly dead at that point.
Yep.
But then the magic lions came in, and I'm like, oh, okay, we just magic our way out of this.
It basically said they breathed magic. Now you can breathe on the moon.
I was blown away because I was like, "There's no way she's not going to." Because as soon as she like flew off, I was like, "Okay, is she gonna? When she crashes, is she gonna go into a coma and imagine all of this?" And then like the beam came down, I was like, "Holy shit, she's going to the moon." y'all are lying.
My
I
biggest
was
thing,
in complete shock.
my biggest thing
actually-
was, did nobody see this man? Did nobody see
I know.
this little girl
Just
build this rocket?
nobody
no-
questions this.
Yes, nobody could. Did
The
nobody
dad-
see this rocket that flew into the sky and a beam of light pull it? Did nobody see that? And how long were they gone? That's my biggest thing. How long were these kids gone?
Well, no, they just gone for like just a few hours, man. That's it.
Just a few hours, really?
Yeah, had to be of just a few hours.
Well, because she had to leave at night to go to the moon.
And it was still night.
she-
Still a few hours.
Yeah,
Early
and
in
when
the
she
night.
came back, it was still night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, when she got back, the dad didn't wasn't sweating profusely trying to look for her. He was just sitting out there like, oh, she'll come back eventually. It's fine.
Yeah.
My daughter didn't just shoot off of a rail and go to the moon.
Yeah, all that stuff I bought for her, that's probably nothing.
Oh,
Just
my
her
God.
passing on grief.
That part. I couldn't believe.
We can go ahead and move into characters. I will say, when the Moon Goddess got introduced, she was dominant. That pop star idol thing, I was like, oh man, this is dope, man. I could dance.
Yeah, I was really feeling that.
Also, it also makes sense that her pet was a rabbit. Feifei's pet was a rabbit, because that's also like a nod to the Japanese thing, the usagi, the rabbit. That's another nod to it. But it just made sense for the pet. And then the rabbit got laser ears out of no. That was a weird power. He just got laser ears.
Why laser ears?
That's the power of love, man, guys. Power of love.
Love ain't that powerful.
Oh, is that powerful?
But we
Is
can go
that
ahead and get into these characters. Your favorite characters, or characters you liked, or characters you disliked. Let's go with JR first.
Honestly, I'm pretty neutral towards everybody. I think the one person I liked the most was the grandpa who was spouting metaphors.
Yes.
The hairy crab.
I was hoping somebody would have bring it up. Oh man, he was killing me, that dude.
Like Feifei, she was okay. She got a little annoying about she kind of lashes out. Well, not entirely lashes out towards anybody, just like respectfully. and that was the point that I was surprised the most. Like, normally kids would just be like all over the place, just yelling at people when stuff are happening too fast. But she is like, she's trying very hard to restrain herself. Okay, thank you for the mooncake, and then she goes to her room and then she starts yelling. Like, she would respectfully takes the gift, and then she leaves, and then she just then yells,
Takes the
and then Chin, I actually like. He could be a little much at
Man,
times.
that man could go through walls. I don't know what you're talking about. That man has
Yeah.
2 superpowers. Man.
I mean, he was a little much, like, before the moon, and then at the moon, holy crap!
He's a
Turns
ping
into
pong
like the
god.
fuck-
Yeah, that pink dog.
He literally defeated like a moon goddess.
And
He's
he was
automatically the
4th
ping
place.
pong god.
He was 4th place. He said it should have been 3rd, but he was 4th place.
Should be third.
You saw at the end he got third in the next ping
He
pong
did.
tournament.
Yep, he did.
Oh yeah, he did.
There will be
Got
no
bronze
chance
medal,
right
okay.
in this still chat right now. My man defeated a god, all right?
He did defeat a god.
Why did- If he
Right.
defeated a guy, why didn't he go first?
Maybe he was holding back.
All right, my man broke barriers every time.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
like Dash at the end of The Incredibles where they're like, slow down, slow
I
down.
was thinking, okay, when you said that, I was thinking the exact same. Okay, he was holding back like Dash. I can respect that.
All right,
Yep.
Isaac.
He doesn't want to show off.
All right, Isaac. Any characters you like, dislike?
I love Chin, obviously. The ping pong god himself. The dog, which I can't remember the name of now.
Gobi.
Space dog?
Gobi.
Yeah, the space dog.
Oh.
Yeah, Gobi.
Oh, the green dog. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love him. His sense of humor is so good. Like, especially after he sings the song, and Fei Fei's like, "That's the song you sang to her?" He's like, "No, it was another song."
No,
Yeah, it's that song. He's so snarky. He's so snarky, but like so what's the word? It's like snarky but
Playful?
wholesome at the same time.
yeah, I would say playful.
Yeah. Plus, the weird thing about his tongue, I didn't see that coming. That was weird. But he's still fun.
Yo,
Get a
after
little
the song-
tongue-tied.
After his song, because once he got to that deep part of his song, I understand why the moon goddess banished that man for 1,000 years.
Yeah,
A little
you
much,
reminded
but
her too much.
I'm not gonna
I don't
lie.
know.
The entire movie up until that point, I was thinking that Gobi was the archer. Like,
I was thinking that
reincarnated.
too.
I was thinking the same
And
thing. It
once
was like,
they-
is he like the reincarnation or
Yeah,
something?
and
Yeah.
once they got the little gift thing, he was gonna reveal his true form, but nah, that didn't happen. I was like, oh,
Been interesting.
You guys was thinking super hard. Holy, I didn't.
Yeah.
Y'all had chest brains on this one.
We're
Holy.
living in a time where like kids' movies have all types of twist endings.
yeah.
So.
We had what
it's like-
brains, Noah?
Wow.
Speaking
Did
of
you say
chess,
chest brains?
speaking of
Yeah,
chess,
chest
Wait,
brains.
what?
speaking of chess, I'm gonna say this
Chess?
real quick. Get off topic just real quick. I would say you guys should watch Queen's Gambit. It's on Netflix. It's like number 2 watched thing on Netflix. The Queen's Gambit is it's a mini series, and it's like a limited series too. It's not gonna be on Netflix for too much longer. But Anya Taylor-Joy is in it, and it's very riveting movie. Not movie. Well, yeah, it's like a 13-hour movie. It's like 7 episodes, but it's about this this special genius-like girl who plays chess professionally, and like she's like the first female to actually dominate like grandmasters and stuff like that. They make chess into this felt like an anime, a live action anime, but it was really good. And she also struggles with like addiction, not only addiction to chess, but to like drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. It's a really good watch. I would recommend that. But yeah. Anyway, back to over.
All right.
now that we're past
Now-
that weird tangent.
Back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Noah,
Don't do drugs.
kids, what did you like in characters you liked or gravitated towards, any characters that you thought were annoying?
I liked it. My favorite character probably had to be Chin, because he's a god himself. So, and I liked the Moon Goddess too. I thought she was a great whatever she was. I won't say villain, antagonist, whatever. They fumbled the ball on that. And I liked the dog, Gobi. Was that his name, Gobi?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gobi.
Yeah, that's it. I didn't
He looks
really
like a
care
Gobi.
for Fei Fei. She was alright. She was just.
feel
I don't
like
think
was
she was in
lacking.
nothing special.
agree. I think she was lacking for heroine. That's what I think she was. For a 14-year-old girl, I mean, I've seen some pretty impressive 14-year-old girls in animation throughout the
Yeah,
decade be watching, but she kind of felt flat. Like, I don't mind her character. I didn't like JR has said. I'm kind of neutral on characters, all of the characters in general, man. I do like Chin. He is a god. He defeated the god.
Yeah.
and I do like Grandpa. He was spitting these wisdoms out on people.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I even though we didn't see him a lot, I like the J Bunny, man. That man had a lot of pressure on him, man. He had to make this potion.
Oh yeah.
I hate you so.
Oh, yeah.
He had to make this potion.
My dude
He
was
had a lot of
stressed.
pressure, man. He was stressed. You saw that, man? He had bags under his eyes, man. Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, and he was a DJ on top of that.
Yep.
Moving right along, let's move into these songs. Do you guys got any favorite song and
The pop
song
song.
that you didn't like?
My favorite song was the pop song.
Which
She came in glorious.
It's mostly the
intro,
pop song.
the intro song.
Yeah, the intro song to the Moon Goddess. Yeah,
And
and the ping pong song was cool, but all the other songs was just sad, depressing. I don't like it. I don't dislike musicals at all. Like, I don't really mind when a movie has music and singing in it. It's just this one. It was just that's it. It was just those two songs, and that's it. For me, at least. Yeah, I mean.
See?
Yeah.
Okay, JR.
I would agree with those two songs as well. Like, I personally like the ping pong one myself because it kind of had a little bit of a rap battle going on there, and I love rap battles. Like, I just love the way that they're like insulting each other, like, and Chin got the last word. You know what I heard? You're a 3,000-year-old lady who drank two immortality potions, and now you're all alone. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah, that was been like right at that
fucking
moment.
drop the mic. Yeah. Other than that, I think I like the song. I kind of like the song that Gobi sang. Like, at first, it was all nonsensical, and I'm like, is that really what you sang to her? And then at the ending, it was all like serious, and I'm like, oh damn. Oh, I could see why now. And then there was the song that Chang'e sang with Yi, with the archer, and I thought that was sweet.
Oh yeah, that was. And she
I thought that
started
was
out.
a good one, yeah.
She started out in
Yeah.
Chinese too. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
that.
Mandarin.
I've been here the whole time.
You have. You did not respond.
I didn't hear.
To
What
what?
are you talking about?
So what? He was responding to everything.
Yeah.
Well, I said before I got the. I'm clearly gonna have to. When I had said Isaac, I don't know if you heard me or not, but I said Isaac, and then I just didn't hear you, and then I moved on to JR.
You said Isaac. You said
your
Isaac.
voice must have phased out for a second then.
Yeah, sometimes that happens to you. But it's usually at the end of a sentence. Like you say a word and then you just start. It clips out, and then you start the next sentence. But for you, it was like.
Yeah.
All right,
Everything.
then that probably, I probably have to get closer to the mic anyway. Or
So that would-
the settings on the mic. Okay, Isaac.
Which songs did I like? Coming from a person who doesn't really like musicals, I liked the Moon Goddess's intro song. That was unexpected and kind of a surprise and kind of fun. I have a little bit of a grudge against the Ping Pong Battle song because
Really?
well, I mean, it's not a bad song, don't get me wrong, but I thought it was just going to be hype ping pong battle, and then they started singing. I was like, oh god, fuck.
Climax
So-
of the, it's like a climax of the whole thing, and then the brother hasn't had a song yet, so you already didn't get a song.
I saw ping pong and I was like, this is Chinese made. This is gonna be dope. And then they started singing. I was like, okay.
I mean, it was
fine.
still dope.
It was dope.
was still
It's not bad. It just anyway.
Just want to know.
You know, I'm very action oriented, and if anyway, Gobi's song was really good. The song that the Moon Goddess sang with her archer husband was fantastic. Any songs I disliked? Oh, well, actually, there's not really a song I disliked in the movie, but there's one part of a song that I was so thankful for that they finally pointed this out. When she gets the idea of the rocket in the school and she starts singing, everybody was like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Oh my goodness! Oh, I totally forgot about that. I was completely the same
howling with
way.
laughter during that part. I was like, finally, somebody like
She just
pointed it
walked out of
out.
class.
The
I
teacher was like, "Where's she
freaking- I'm like,
going?"
what the fuck are you doing? Sit the fuck down.
Sit down.
You are in the middle of class. Be respectful.
You are in school, woman.
I was like, oh my god, you're doing this here?
I
did like the
laughing
animation.
so hard.
I did like the animation during that time when she was figuring out how to do that. Rockets are like in the background. You saw the pictures move and all that junk. That was really good animation.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I would probably have to say my favorite song is the ping pong song. That rap battle thing was dope. And then that man Chin, he was dropping bars. He was dropping bars like hard. And then also the Moon Goddess, when she changed, I was like, "What is this?" I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the League of Legends little group they did, but I was like, "Is this like a play on the League of Legends chick? That one chick? I don't know.
I think that whole music video was in Korean.
Yeah, I know, but like, I was like, was this a play on this? Because when she changed, she did like a whole different type of thing. But I don't know. But I probably would have to say my least favorite one is the beginning one with her mom and dad were singing and all that jazz. I was like, I want to stick pimp. I can't.
Actually, yeah, you might be right because that first one, That's when I knew it was a musical, and that's when it was like, oh no.
Yeah, man, I was like, oh my god.
So it's not the song itself; it's the fact that you hear it and then it like hits you. Oh god, it's a musical.
Yeah, basically.
Like the song,
Okay.
nothing wrong with the song in general. It's just I was like, oh great, here we.
what it foretells is not a word, but we're making it a word. What it
is.
foretells is the bad part. Is it really?
Foretold or foretell?
Foretells.
I think I've heard it both ways. I've heard foretold, but I don't think foretell. We're getting off topic. Continue.
Welcome to the N.W.A. Nerds language.
I am the
Alright.
grammar police.
All right. Well, we're gonna give you guys a little treat because JR is actually, like I said, he's an aspiring animator, and he's going to school for all that jazz. He went to a little, what was it, like a seminar or something? You basically got to, I guess, meet the people who made this.
No, it wasn't like a meet. It was mostly like kind of a presentation from the director who did the movie, who was in charge of everything, and it was also like an award ceremony. Well, not ceremony, but it showed like that he was presented with an award, and it was for a lifetime achievement in animation, and we were all like congratulating him, and he just talks about his time at Disney, how he was supposed to direct Tangled, but due to some health concerns, due to like a medical emergency, he had to step down on it, and he left Disney shortly after that and started his own like production studio, and he was talking about like the process of having all this come to life, having real authenticity with the Chinese culture, and he went to this town. I don't remember the name of this of the town. It was Wenzen, somewhere around there. And he was going around, and he's going to different houses, and he actually knocks on the door, and he asks people, "Hey, can we like observe you, kind of see like how you would prepare like dinner or do like your day-to-day stuff, day-to-day life?" And they were very accommodating to him, and they welcomed him, and they showed like how they would do like all these dinners, like how they set up tables and everything, how they would like what I was talking about earlier, when the stepmom came in and presented her with the mooncake, like her version of the mooncake, and how Fei didn't show an angry outburst or anything. She just accepted it respectfully. And normally when that happens, they said that they would accept the gift and then they would bow and then they just go about their day. For her, she did like a little kind of a little nod, and she said thank you and then walked away. And then that's when she got mad. And they show like the process of that, like in older generations, she would have done like a respectful bow, but she talked with younger generations people, and she would probably just do like a little nod or something, just to show that she is grateful for the gift. But then she's really kind of, mad at the same time. So it was stuff like that. And and he was talking about designs for Shang-Yi and her costumes, and I thought it was very interesting. Like he said that on her robe, the red robe that she normally wears, on the two sleeves there are like these two birds, and on the back they show the birds like come together, and there's like a circle, and he said that it was like it represents the two birds represents the Shang-Yi and her lover, and the two on the back being together is like her love coming back together, but it's in the back, which she can never see, because that shows that she would never see like her true love ever again. And I thought that was like very interesting. And I know he's said more stuff, but I can't for the life of me remember too much about it. Just on those important topics, and I thought they were very interesting. Like Glen Keane is a very interesting, really interesting guy. So that's all I have to say about that.
All right. So we'll just go ahead and probably end this now. Is there anything else anybody want to say? Closing thoughts or whatnot? Before I ask for your scores and all that jazz.
Jeez.
Right? Came in so hard.
Nope.
Okay. Well, currently on Rotten Tomatoes at the time of recording this, which is like for the first time, we are actually like current. You guys have been watching or listening to videos that are back a couple of months old, but this one is actually like 100% current. Anyway, but at the time of this recording, Rotten Tomatoes score is at a 79, and the Metacritic score is at like a 59.
59. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's the Metacritic score.
Ouch.
Better
But
than
like
59.
audience, not critics itself, they give it about like an 8 out of 10. A strong 8, somewhere around 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
So with all that being said, also we forgot about the biker chicks. That even the name.
Oh my god!
I didn't care.
I totally forgot about the.
They look like Angry Birds.
They did.
Point that out.
They do.
But, with that being said, first off, I will ask everybody: would you recommend this movie to your friends, families, or just a random beautiful nerd that's listening right now?
Yeah, I recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a musical. I'm warning you again. It's a musical.
I think my sister would like this. I know that musicals and anything Disney.
All right. Well, out of 10 moons, we're gonna do out of 10 moons. Isaac, what are you giving this?
I'll give it an 8. 8 out of 10 moons.
Noah.
I'll give it a 7.
Good, solid 7. All right. Isaac. JR.
8.5.
8.5
moon.
All right. And I probably have to give it like a 7. Like, it did keep me entertained, even besides the point that it was a musical that knocked some stuff off. In the beginning, though, it was gonna be a 6. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, man, this is a real 6. And then Ultra Luminary had came in. We met the goddess, and she came up, and I was like, oh, all right then. Never mind. This is a 7 now. Let's go. and I know you guys are waiting for this. Not too many characters in this can get it. However.
Oh my god.
However, when the goddess goes into the ping pong thing, if she's wearing that, she can get it for real. All day.
I knew it.
Every day. I knew you guys was waiting for that. Yeah.
We
We were not. No, we weren't waiting for it.
Not really. I
mean, not
I
y'all.
just knew
That
that you were
beautiful
going to
nerd-
talk about
beautiful
that
nerd.
off.
The beautiful nerds.
No.
This. Anyway.
Our fans were not waiting for it either.
Yeah, they was. It was like, man, I wonder
No.
if Walt is thinking anybody can get it. Yes, I was thinking. that.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks that.
No.
Leave it in the comments below. Anyway.